Distinct with its V-shaped valleys and rivers cascading over spectacular waterfalls from the Aberdare Ranges, Murang'A County is home to Murang'A Water and Sanitation Company. Water is life, and so this is a story of the lives transformed in Murang'A Township and its environs, thanks to the increased water connections and improved sewerage system by Murang'A Water and Sanitation Company, MUWASCO. From the towns in Murang'A County to the villages where people like Mary Mudhoni lives in, the stories of water connections are in everyone's lips.
Enyewe maisha imebadilika, siona vile nakaa. Mimi mwenyewe sasa hiyo nilikuwa naumwa na mgongo, sasa hivi siumwi kwa sababu sasa hivi sichoki. Nikienda nikitaka kupatia ng'ombe napatia ng'ombe maji tu hapa karibu. Manguo pia unaona pia nafua tu karibu. Maana sasa hivi sichoki.
And for Paul Wainaina, a water vendor in Maragua town, it's not just about the relief that MUWASCO has offered. Rather,
maji ya hapa inakuwa ni maji safi. Watu customer wanaipenda kwa sababu wanasema ni maji ambayo imekaguliwa vizuri. Kuna mashine ambazo zinachunga maji, sasa wanaipenda.
Since its inception in 2006, MUWASCO has grown in leaps and bounds. Today, the company has an asset base of approximately 1.8 billion shillings. It has over 12,000 active water connections and 4,600 sewerage connections.
We have been able to develop Murang'A Urban Water Supply, what we call Murang'A Urban Water Supply project, which has increased supply of water. We also did a sewerage project, which increased coverage from 10% to about 45% in Murang'A town today.
To realize its vision of becoming a world-class water and sanitation service provider that exceeds customers' expectation, MUWASCO works hand in hand with Tana Water Services Board.
Murang'A Water Company is really a management company that runs our utility through an agency. And that agency is spelled out in what we call the SPA, Water Provision Agreement. It is that SPA that spells the arrangement that there is between us, the principals, and the agent, which is MUWASCO.
In order to ease the financial burden related to water connections, MUWASCO has gone an extra mile to work with partners such as Vitens Evids International. Through a grant from the Dutch government, MUWASCO has embarked on a 16.9 million shilling project to connect over 9,000 residents with clean drinking water.
We've started to know MUWASCO since 2012. They were one of the companies that was very eager to engage in a partnership with us. They have developed the proposal themselves, and together we detailed the proposal. And I think we have a very strong relationship nowadays, and that's why we are also looking forward to developing a new project with them.
MUWASCO does not stop there. In financing the development and management of water services, Water Sector Trust Fund has given the company a big boost in a number of projects.
And they include Kiriani Sagani Sanitation Project, Kabuta Water Project, Kabirwa Water Project, Kenol Kabati Water Supply, Maragua Urban Samar Water Project. Those were funded at a tune of over 70 million Kenya shillings. And just to highlight, for a company to get all those finances from us, from 5th call all the way to 8th call, they must have met specific requirements. And this is where now I will say that I want to take this opportunity to thank the board and the management of Murang'A Water Company for the excellent job that they have done with our investment.
To the Water Sector Trust Fund and other partners who have spent millions funding MUWASCO projects, thanks a million.
Without them, this company would not be where it is.
In ensuring that products and services are made along a minimum set of standards or even better, Murang'A Water Sanitation Company has demonstrated her commitment towards the journey to ISO certification.
We have embraced the quality management system so that we are able to add value to our product, to improve the quality of our products and services.
The company is keen with service delivery, and that's why it has embraced the use of mobile phone technology to curb revenue leakages by improving efficiency in reading while enhancing customer reports to the company. And it's just a matter of time. MUWASCO has already hit the road to ISO 9001-2015. When it comes to quality control in the water treatment plants, everything is well calculated and nothing is left to chance.
The water is good and safe for drinking because we usually do our parameters after every 2 hours to ensure that the water that we have released to the customer is fit for drinking, because we undertake some parameters to ensure that the water is in the good standard for drinking. We also do our cleaning monthly of the basins and tanks to ensure that the safety of water is well maintained.
We also promise the residents of Murang'A that we'll be able to respond to their needs as quick as possible to ensure that they are not inconvenienced in any way by lack of our services within Murang'A.
MUWASCO recognizes that all people are not of the same financial strength, and that's why the company introduced the social connection policy.
Well, as a social department, we care a lot. There are particular people in the society who cannot afford the normal water connections or sewerage connections. That is why we put in place a social connection policy, which is supposed to take care of those people who are not able to afford the basic water or sanitation services.
Masho ambayo hata kungekuja mgeni hungeweza kupata pahali pa kumweka. Pia wapagaji, tulikuwa na wapagaji wengi, unaona kuna shida. Lakini wakati ule tulipata hii project ilitusaidia sana. Usafi, waona hasa hata ukipata mgeni una shida.
MUWASCO has extended a helping hand even further. In these water connection projects, the company prioritizes the local manpower, and this means employment to the local community.
Vijana hapa ningetaka kusema wamesaidika kwa njia kubwa, kwa juu hapa kazi imekuwa ni shida. Lakini tangu tuanze hii maneno ya kuchoma, huwezi choma peke yako. Sasa tunachoma tukiwa vijana around 20, vijana 20. Na sasa mimi naona hata hii maneno ya pombe nini imeisha. Sasa kila mtu wako na pesa na wako na miradi zake.
Project imenisaidia, nitapata pesa, nitapata chakula za watoto, na bado imenisaidia vilivyo. Acha niwaambie, kazi si ya wanaume, ni ya kila mtu. So ninasema kila mtu kama yani ako na nguvu afanye hii kazi.
In the company's resolve to provide sustainable sanitation and good hygienic practices in Murang'A town, MUWASCO has teamed up with the Murang'A County government to oversee the completion of the Kiriaini bus park sanitation facility. And to take matters hygiene to the next level, the company has partnered with Upande, which has an extensive record in water sanitation hygiene data collection, analysis and dissemination.
One of the tools that we have is a so-called CIS, or a Customer Identification Survey. It gives the utility a very good understanding of what's happening on the ground, and by taking all of these corrective measures, they're greatly able to make savings and to improve their service delivery, and ultimately allow the local population to, of course, get much better services from the utility.
Recently, MUWASCO was given the mandate by the county government and Water Services Regulatory Board to extend their area of service to Murang'A region, and Murang'A town is already calling for attention.
Hakuna pahali ya kuweka sewage, hakuna pahali inaenda. Mtu akijenga manyumba zake, akijenga hizi nyumba za choo za kukalia, hiyo sewage yote inawachiliwa kwa mtaro. Hiyo mtaro ikiwachiliwa, hizo choo zote zina block yani. Mvua ikinyesha, hizo choo, hiyo maji inasimama, inaanza kurudi. Ikirudi inaanza kuingia kwa manyumba.
Currently, we are supplying water in Murang'A town and planning to do a major sewerage system to cover Murang'A, Sabasaba and Keno towns. Before we took Murang'A, we were covering 92% of Murang'A of the population that we are supposed to serve. Because of that efficiency, the county government found it fit to extend our mandate to Murang'A.
Beyond sanitation and water connection, MUWASCO has now something else for you. From the single drops of water flowing down the equatorial zone of the Aberdare Ranges, there comes Fort Aqua.
Fort Beverage Industries is a subsidiary company of Murang'A Water and Sanitation Company Limited. The reason as to why Fort Beverage was started was to enhance efficiency and also to help us improve in terms of our area of coverage. So that the proceeds that we get here at the Fort Beverage Industries can be used and utilized to get to the Vision 2030 in terms of supply of water and extension to the areas that we've not done that.
Filtered using a state-of-the-art advanced technology, Fort Aqua gives you that distinct, smooth taste you need to quench your thirst. And for the high-end resorts in the region, you can never go wrong with Fort Aqua.
The water of MUWASCO is very clean, crystal clear, and of high quality, I would say, very good taste. As we started the MUWASCO, we have been with them and they have been great support. And we say they are partners and they have contributed a lot to our success.
Murang'A is a fast-growing town and everyday rental and high-rise commercial buildings are shooting up. Cognizant of this fact, MUWASCO remains committed to continue increasing the production of water to meet customers' demand. Thirsty? Think MUWASCO.